All right, let's talk about building a system that doesn't just work, but a system that remembers. Today we're diving deep into crafting a truly production-ready audit trail in Laravel, one that's designed to give you answers when things inevitably go wrong.
This quote, this isn't some abstract idea. It came from a real, honest-to-goodness, painful incident. A critical piece of data was changed, and nobody had a clue who did it, what they changed, or why. All they had was a timestamp. It was a total black box. And that moment, right there, was the spark for building the exact system we're going to walk through today.
So here's the goal. We've got to move from these lonely, isolated facts to a connected story. The problem with just having a timestamp is that it tells you when, but it gives you zero context. The solution we're building, it provides the whole narrative. Who made the change, what exactly changed, when it happened, and, this is the big one, why an auditor should actually trust it.
Okay, so how do we do it? Well, the entire system hinges on one single foundational concept. This is the one thread that ties every single action, every log, and every database change together. It's all about the request ID.
So what the heck is it? It's simple, really. A request ID is just a unique identifier, a UUID, that gets created the very instant a request hits your application. From that point on, it's like a universal tag that gets stamped onto every single log line for that request's entire life.
And check out how simple this is. There are basically 3 steps. First, a global middleware just generates the ID. Easy enough. Second, you use a single line log semi-share context, and poof, that ID is available to the entire app. And third, this is the best part, you do nothing. It's automatic. Every log you write from then on gets stamped with that ID.
And this right here, this is the payoff. This is that aha moment. Think of that request ID like a secret key. It creates this direct, unbreakable link from the initial web request, all its details on the left, all the way down to the specific database right on the right. Even if those two things are logged in totally different files, this one ID connects them. You can now trace a database change directly back to the user and the request that caused it.
Okay, so that's the first layer. Now let's build on it. Knowing that a request changed a record is good, but it's not really enough, is it? We need to know precisely what changed. This is the huge difference between just making a statement and having actual evidence. The old way tells you the current state. Hey, the amount is now 500. But the audit proof way, using Eloquent's getOriginal method, gives you the full story. The amount changed from 5,000 to 500. That diff, that's what holds up in a dispute.
All right, listen up, because this is a pro tip that catches so many developers off guard. When you need to log that a record was deleted, you have got to use the deleting event. Why? Well, at that point, the model's data is still sitting right there in memory, ready to be logged. If you wait for the deleted event, it's too late. The database row is gone and you've got nothing to log.
Okay, so we're generating all this rich, detailed log data. The big question is, where do we put it? And this architectural choice is absolutely critical for trust and for compliance. We're going to make the case for why good old-fashioned files are way better than a database for this job.
It's a totally fair question, and it's probably the first one that comes to mind. A database table seems perfect. It's queryable, we're all familiar with it. But it has one fatal flaw when it comes to audits.
And this table just lays it all out. Look at the database column. Its fundamental property is that it is mutable. You can change it. Your own application code could run an update command on your audit log. Now look at the file column. It's immutable. It's append-only. And you can lock it down at the OS level, giving it super high tamper resistance. For an auditor, this is everything. One system needs justification, the other is inherently trusted.
But wait, you might ask, won't a million log files in a single directory slow everything to a crawl? And yeah, you're right, it totally would. So we use a simple but clever trick, folder segmentation. We just do a tiny bit of math on the model's ID to group the log files into subdirectories. The result is that no single folder ever has more than 100 files in it, which keeps everything snappy and scalable.
So now we have a system that's trustworthy and scalable. It's time to add those final layers of polish to make it truly production grade. That means handling sensitive data and tracking permissions properly.
This is a big one. You have to get this right. If your shiny new audit trail contains things like passwords, social security numbers, or credit card info in plain text, well, you haven't solved a compliance problem. You've just created a brand new, even bigger one.
Luckily, the solution is super elegant. Field masking. You just define a simple $mask attributes array on your Eloquent model. Our logger is smart enough to see that, and when a sensitive field like password changes, it'll record that the change happened, but it will not record the actual values. It's the perfect balance of auditing and privacy.
You know, a really complete audit trail isn't just about what succeeded, it's also about what failed. Logging unauthorized attempts is an incredibly powerful early warning system. It can show you if a user is poking around for vulnerabilities or if a compromised account is trying to do damage.
Okay, let's bring this all home. It's time to see how this whole system comes together to solve that exact problem we started with, that mysterious data change that kicked off this whole journey.
So here's the scenario. A support ticket lands in your inbox, but this time is different. Because our middleware automatically adds that request ID to every API response header, the user can actually give us the exact key we need to unlock the whole story right from the start.
And this is the beauty of it. No complex database queries. No digging through tables for hours. It's just one simple, powerful command you already know and love. grep. You just search for that request ID across your logs,
and boom, in seconds, you have the complete picture. Every single question is answered. Who did it? The user and their IP. What did they do? The exact diff. When did they do it? Down to the second. How did they do it? The API endpoint. It's all there. The mystery is solved. The investigation is over.
So as you get ready to put this into practice, just run through this final pre-flight checklist. Make sure your request logger is global. Make sure you've put the model change logger trait on your key models. Check that your PII is masked. Lock down those log directory permissions. And finally, register that gate.afterhook. If you've got these 5 things covered, you are ready for takeoff.
And that brings us right back to where we started. I want to leave you with this one thought. It's easy to build an application that works right now, in the moment. But building one that remembers, one that can tell its own story when things go sideways, that's the mark of a truly professional, production-ready system. So, does yours?